What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Brown Gent. It's been quite a long time since I've made a video. I know I told you guys about probably 2 to 3 weeks ago that I was near the tail end of my adventures. Well, with I guess the last few days, I just got back from Dubai. It was an amazing vacation. I spent about 2 weeks there. And the positive side for you guys, well, I won't be taking many trips going forward. I have like a few weekend trips, but expect a ton of more content from me in the next little while. That being said, we want to talk about crypto. There's been a massive move over the last week. We've seen a ton of movement in our favorite cryptocurrencies, ranging from Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe Jewel. If you're part of the DeFi Kingdoms ecosystem, it's gone up maybe like 10 to 15% as well. But this is not just being limited to Jewel or any specific crypto. It's the broader crypto index. Hey, welcome, Chozo. Thank you for the welcome back. I am back. I will be making content regularly. I'm hoping to make about one video a day at a minimum, at least for the foreseeable future. There will be some times where I won't be able to, like I'm taking part in a tournament next weekend, so I'm probably gonna not make a video for those like 2 days. And then I'm going to Eternal Weekend for Magic the Gathering in middle December. So for those few days, I won't be making content, but for the most part, I'm here. Now, we've talked a lot about our crypto portfolio. For those of you who remember, back in August, I put together this $1,000 portfolio. I told you I would add $200 and dollar cost average every single 2 weeks to sort of make it like something that everyone could do. And at first, you can see here we were down 12%, then about 10%, 8%, 7%. Then we came close to even. And as of last week, November 2nd, we were up 12%. And today we were up 17.42%, with the account value sitting around $2,820 with an initial investment of $2,400 US. Remember, we're adding $200 every single 2 weeks. And so far, if you take a look, this is the breakdown. So you'll see here, I've got like about almost $2,000 in Bitcoin and about $800 sitting, or $870 sitting in Ethereum. Ignore the specific notations. I have been using assets on Avalanche. And the reason I'm doing this, I know I've told you guys in the past, try to sit and buy tokens on the native chain. Unfortunately, the gas fees for Ethereum are massive. Even on Arbitrum, they would cut into my margin. So I've been using this because it's been a smaller amount. I have diversified slightly. I'm using BTC.B and wrappedBTC.E, as well as wrappedETH.E. And I use Trader Joe's to sort of do those transactions. One of the things I will mention is Trader Joe's had a vulnerability. They actually had one of their plugins hacked, and this allowed for a few hours people to get their transactions rerouted through a new contract, and that new contract would drain their funds. So always be very careful when you're transacting on a third-party website. This is my sort of my other account, the one I made for YouTube. But let me tell you something. Probably the best practice that you can make is have one wallet that you only send money to and send money from. So like that's your bank account. Use that wallet only to store funds. You don't transact with anybody. You'll take money from other wallets, send it there, and you take money from it and send it out. But this is like your vault. Then you should have an intermediary wallet, which is kind of like what this is, that transacts in the blockchain, goes back and forth, participates in all the dexes, the games like DeFi Kingdoms. And then you have like a third wallet, which you can use for like those sketchy projects that you don't know. You put a bunch of money or a tiny bit of money here and there, and that way if something goes wrong, something gets like a vulnerability, you put yourself at the most smallest risk. What I recommend is you have that wallet. You have one wallet that does not see the light of day. Money goes in and out through it because you can send through MetaMask or whatever. But beyond that, there's no connection. You're not using any DEX. It's not using SushiSwap, Uniswap, MultiSwap, Synapse, whatever. Nothing is being used. That's the best approach, and that's the one I use, and that's why you'll never see my wallet, like the actual one I use. I do not make it visible. I do not use it at all on any sort of protocol, the one that my big wallet. And then I have sort of my two other wallets that you've seen. My YouTube wallet, which is like medium size. I think I have like 10,000 in it. And I have my Brown Gent like portfolio wallet, which is like $2,800 right now. But just be very careful. And one of the ways you can definitely prevent these issues from happening is by using Rabi Wallet. You can find a video on the channel on how to set it up and my thoughts on Rabi Wallet. I will be making a recap video talking about my first 60 to 90 days using Rabi Wallet, what I like, what I wish could be improved. Definitely check it out. I think Rabi Wallet's way better than MetaMask if possible. So that's Trader Joe's. It's already been taken. The code has been removed. But keep in mind, now the question that we asked at the start of the video, should we sell our crypto this week? So let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin rose back in June. We sat at 19,500. We went back in, what was it? Was it June? Oh, January, 19,500. Then in March, 19,500. We then went up a level, broke through 24,000, and we traded sort of kept touching that 24,000 line last time in September, and then we just rocketed up in mid-October to where we are now, going up about 10,000 US dollars. So the first thing people always ask is, well, I got my Bitcoin, somewhere down here. Should I be selling? It really depends on your long-term horizon. I'm not selling. Here's why. I think there's a way bigger Bitcoin move going to happen, and I don't want to trade in and out and risk missing out. Because yes, I could sell it now at 36,500, 36,400, or I could have sold it like 2 days ago at 38,000. But what if it kept going up? What if it went to 50,000? Bitcoin is probably one of the best assets that you can trade /buy /invest in the short period of time. And because of it, I'm way more risk on with Bitcoin. And the reason is it's probably the safest crypto there is, right? If Bitcoin fails, I don't see a world where all the other cryptos do well. And we know there's a ton of catalysts coming. We know the halving's coming up in April 2024. We know like the ETF approvals will happen early 24 as well. Why risk selling out here for pennies when this can keep going up? Yes, it can go down. So if you want to sort of hedge, by all means, but I have zero interest. In fact, I'm looking at these opportunities of dips to continue adding to my position. That's sort of the way I do it. In this portfolio, I add every 2 weeks. What I like to do otherwise is I will have a bunch of money sitting on the side. Whenever there's a significant dip, I will put it in play. And then if it was another asset, if it wasn't Bitcoin, if it wasn't Ethereum, then yes, I would take profits because I'm not as comfortable with it. But with Bitcoin and Ethereum, super comfortable. You see here, it makes up the entirety of this portfolio. Yeah, Trader Joe's. Any HEX in the portfolio, please? Not in this one. I do have some HEX on my YouTube account, which is the Brown Gent, like my Spades investing wallet. I only put I think I put like $400 to $600 in there. It's actually gone down a ton. My buddy sort of convinced me to get into it, so I bought some HEX, and you know what? Hey, hope it works out. For me, it was sort of like a mini gamble, right? Like it was less than 0.01. 1.1%, something very, very small. Who knows? I have Hex in the portfolio, not in this one though, because this one is all about sort of building for the bull market. And let's be honest here, the best bet you can make right now is Bitcoin and Ethereum. We talk about this all the time, but Bitcoin's going to go up most first, then we'll see Ethereum go up a ton, and then we will see the big alts, and then we will see sort of the other coins, including Hex, Jewel, all the other things right there. Hey, Rich, thank you. I'm glad to be back. That's how I'm rolling until mid to late 24. Phantom Gala. Oh, Illuvium. Yeah, so I want to buy some Gala and Illuvium 100%. I still have got to sort of put that in. I've still got to buy some. One of the things I've bought recently is a token called SHRAP. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it. They're actually like a gaming crypto on Avalanche, I believe. Yeah, on Avalanche. And wow, it's actually up 20% right now. That's incredible. So let's just go over here. So you can see here, this is SHRAP token. I bought a bunch of SHRAP token. Doug Hype put me onto it a few days ago when it was like 11 cents. And this has the potential to be the GameFi project in the coming bull run. So hey, super small market cap, put $1,000 in. So what? You know what I mean? I'm up like 25 to 30% right now over 2 portfolios. This is a good one. This is what like I said, I'm not putting this in this portfolio that I do the $1,000 initial, $200 every 2 weeks, because it would be way too much of that portfolio for it to be worth it. But I have it in my other portfolios. I have it in my Spades investing wallet, and I have it in my main wallet as well. This is something I definitely, actually I want to say definitely recommend, but definitely check it out. There's got a lot of things going on. They're doing their closed beta in December. So could be very exciting, could have a lot of potential. I will do a more in-depth video on SHRAP very soon, but I'm very happy I bought this token, and I hope it keeps going up. I think with these low market cap coins that, right now I think it's sitting, what's the market cap on here? Does it say? No, I have the market cap somewhere else. It's not showing here, but it is very, very interesting. And GameFi tends to have a very good narrative, or it seems to have a very good narrative going into the next bull run. So that's sort of the plan there. And sort of everything I said about Bitcoin applies to Ethereum too. We've seen Ethereum kind of do some big moves recently as well. It hasn't really jumped as much as Bitcoin has from a percentage basis. So I think there is some extra potential to be a little more skewed toward Ethereum. I haven't really done that, but I can't fault anyone for doing so. In fact, Ethereum sitting currently at 1950. It's pulled back about $150 from the kind of peak that we hit yesterday, and sort of the same peak that we hit back in April. This is something that you definitely don't want to sleep on. I think Ethereum's pretty big, and obviously, not surprised to anyone, right? I'm gonna add that to the bag. What exchange do you use? Yeah, so I used, ironically, I used Trader Joe's. I used Trader Joe's to convert some AVAX and some like USDC.E or whatever to SHRAP, and it's sort of like hedges and whatever when I brought my AVAX bag slightly down to buy some of this, but I think this is sort of a more of a leverage position. I think it's one that'll pay off big time. I'm hoping. Who knows, right? Remember, none of this is financial advice. Any idiot can turn on their camera and talk to you guys. Whether or not I'm an idiot, that's up to you guys to decide. But that's sort of where I see all of this. Remember, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, keep watching. I'm going to keep making content about all of this stuff. I'm not selling any of my Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. I'm only going to add because I still think that we got way more to go. And even if we get some pullbacks in the short term, I'm in it for the long haul here, and I do not want to sell and reduce my bag and watch it take off and leave me behind. Think about how many people right now are sitting there being like, hey, I was waiting for Bitcoin and Ethereum to drop even further before I bought some. That's kind of the position you'd be in if you sold at this point. You were conviction enough to hold and not sell and wait for the sort of price to come down. Why would you want to jump out for what? Like a small 5-6% gain when the big move is still ahead of us, 5 to 6x, I think. That's what I'm looking for. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Remember, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.